Hey, happy Friday. Okay, so I had asked on my Instagram what you all would like me. I wanted to start putting up a video a week on my YouTube channel, Free and Fit with Lush. So my Instagram, if you don't follow me, if you want to, and I understand if you don't, because I'm actually on a mission to way reduce my social media ingestion. So basically, I said that I wanted to get back on my YouTube channel. It gave me a lot of motivation of my own. It brought me joy, and it was a hobby that I was actually good at. And then, of course, there's seasons in our life where not in a rut necessarily, but we get sidetracked or we get kind of into other things, or other things take precedence. And so in the longer that I wasn't doing videos or very active on even my fitness page, the harder it was to feel genuine to come on and just share content, because just like when you don't exercise for a while, that first day back, you're kind of like putting it off, and that's kind of how it got, because I wanted whatever videos that I do put out, I don't want them to be disingenuous. I don't want them to be just put out to put them out. I want them to help somebody. I want them to be inspirational to me and to you or somebody, and I want to enjoy it. Like I want to have fun with it. So anyway, it's fall has pretty much peaked where we're at. The leaves are starting to kind of turn brown, and it's getting cooler. It's my favorite time of year. It actually makes me want to go outside more. So I know a lot of people love summer, and if you live beachside and all that, I'm sure that's your thing. But maybe it was when I was younger, but now I love autumn. I love cool weather. I love cool evenings. I just love October and November, September too. September was hot here. So I just enjoy cooler weather. I like fall clothing. I like hot coffee. I like staying out until dark. I like football games, things like that. So I had posted on my Instagram for you all to give me ideas, because sometimes I'm not good at that. Sometimes, things that I'm actually researching on my own, because you all know I'm a crazy avid researcher. So when I get all my stuff done, or even at work when I'm on my break, I like to look up a certain something that I want to learn more about. And it's not always nutrition. It's not always fitness related, for sure. And especially the times that we're living in right now, I really delved into politics for the first time in my life, and I'm not going to go there right now, but I did, and I learned so many things that I just never cared to learn about. I never had an interest in, and so I went there, and that's kind of where I've been. I've been really doing a lot of reading. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and that takes up a lot of time. And I don't have a lot of time when the kids are home. And so after that, it's just them and doing mom stuff. So basically my only quiet time I was using for that. And I kind of had to step back, take a little bit of a break, and just leave it all in God's hands and pray. And now I'm into devotionals early in the morning to set my day off. So that's going to lead me into some of the questions that I got. So I think there's a need out there right now for some positive, helpful, pertinent information pertaining to 2020, pertaining to many of our lives have changed a bit. Many have changed drastically, and I know that firsthand, because I've got lots of friends that this has impacted in a very negative way, and it's not something that we necessarily can do anything about. It's just kind of where people are because of what is happening worldwide. So with that being said, Some of the questions were, a lot of the questions were on maintaining our well-being during a difficult time like we're in right now. So, for instance, yesterday, I'm kind of starting to micromanage my time. I like to keep things very, very simple. I don't like to complicate my life any more than it already is. I have done that before. It didn't go well for me. I don't like to add stress to my life. There's enough of that in the world. So I kind of this year, I've been very reflective, very reflective. I've been reflective on who I associate with, how I spend my days, what's occupying my time. Is it helping me? Is it worthwhile? Is it bettering my life in general? And I have to say, being on social media, which we all kind of know this, because I think if we really look over our past history and our years of being on social media, I think there's probably more negative that comes from it for sure. Lost friendships, words said that shouldn't be said, things read that irritate us, that upset us, that hurt us. And so honestly, I really realized, like, I've got to be proactive and I've got to do something about it. No one's going to do it for me. So even though it's so easy to go along with what everyone else does, which is wake up in the morning, get your phone out because you see notifications or messages or text messages or whatnot, check your phone, and then that starts your day. And I realized, like, it just really felt pointless. It really felt like I could live better, so much better. And I knew that, and I've known that for so long. But you just kind of fall into the habit. It's just about habits, and you just fall into the habit. And I'm not judging anybody, because I'm just now deciding to do something about it for myself. Even for my family, because a friend and I were talking about this. The more that you are just sitting there and you don't even realize you're doing it, but you're like sitting there with your phone, whether you're at a doctor's office, you're not talking. The other day I was in an appointment, and I specifically left my phone in my car. Even though my little one likes to play with it, I was just like, I'm going to either read a book with him, or I'm going to watch a show with him, or I'm going to just play with him, or have a conversation with him, or with somebody else. Like, I'm not going to need to be like this, the whole time. And he doesn't need to be like that the whole time. So I grew up in a time, and some of you did, where this was not a thing. Like, we might have had a little handheld game, but we picked up a book, or we colored, or we played with a toy in the office, or whatever. And it's like, now you go out to eat, and you all know this, everybody's on their phone. And it kind of depresses me, to be honest, because I feel like the interactions are important. I feel like they're meaningful. And I just decided to do something about it for myself. I don't find it appealing anymore. I don't like it. And maybe it's the older I've gotten, I just realize how short life is. And, you could go out to eat, say, with your significant other, and you're both on your phone, and the next day he or she is in a car crash, and that was your last hour of time spent exclusively together, and you were on your phone ingesting all kinds of things that brought you no joy or purpose or meaning. And that's my opinion. And I just decided it wasn't for me anymore. And I really don't ever want to go back to being on my phone in my car, being on my phone, while I'm dining out with somebody, or while I'm watching TV. That was another thing I was noticing. I was even on my phone on commercials. It's like I couldn't just sit. I couldn't just sit and just reach over and have a conversation with whoever's on the couch with me. I would have to get my phone out as soon as the commercial came up. And it's a dependence. It's kind of an addiction. It's a dependence that we've all pretty much. I know people that don't even have cell phones. And they live very differently. And I admire the way that they have relationships, and the way that they interact with people. And it's not about technology. And I kind of have grown to really admire that and love that sometimes. So that was like a tangent, kind of, but it matters to me, and so this is my channel, and I just thought I would share it. And feel free to um, interject your thoughts and post. I love to read. I love to read kind of where other people are at and experiences that put them there, and then it's just fun. Like I do like people. I'm introverted, but I like people as long as you're not like trolling my page, leaving me nasty comments, which I don't really get. Like I might have gotten those more. I might have gotten those before, but not really so much anymore. So that is a good thing. But another thing that I did was to me, my social media is not my identity. Now, there's been times in my life where I can look back and feel like, yeah, that was more of my identity. But people can paint whatever picture they want of themselves on their social media. That's their platform, and they can put their happy moments and their good times with friends and all that, and it looks like their life is perfect, and the next week you hear that they're divorcing and that they are in counseling and they're not happy at all, but their social media platform did not reflect that whatsoever, understandably so. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of it is kind of just, for lack of a better word, fake. And so I'm not going to be inspired so much by other people's social media as I am by maybe an interview that they do. I love YouTube. I don't really watch TV, but I do watch YouTube. I watch and I learn so much from different podcasts and things like that. So what do y'all enjoy watching? Like, I know I'm not on Twitter anymore. I am on Instagram. I like pictures, so Instagram has always been a thing for me because there might be a caption under it, and you can choose who you want to follow. So, like I follow Tim Tebow, I follow a bunch of people that just really uplift me, but they aren't making me feel negative. They're not upsetting me with their post. The opposite. So, and if you don't follow Kim Dolan Leto, she is another really uplifting fitness personality, a Christian. She's like in her 50s, but she's super inspiring to me. I really enjoy her post, and she keeps it basic and simple. All right, so I don't want this to be crazy long. So basically, how do we stay focused and positive in this world? Because we all get in, weeks, months, sometimes years where we're completely not what we were a couple years ago. Been there, done that. And that life gets in the way. Life happens. So basically what I like to do is when I'm falling asleep at night, it's like my quiet time. Or like yesterday, I took a drive. I wanted to get out of town. You guys are going to like this. If you know me, I don't like wearing a mask. I find it more harmful than helpful, for sure. I think it's making a lot of people sick. It's compromising immune systems, blah, 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 blah. I'm not getting into it. I don't want to make this video about my beliefs necessarily, but I don't wear a mask where I live. Like, I might be respectful and social distance, and I'm conscious of other people, and like, I don't want to just be all up in their grill and be like an old person that, I'm not like that at all. I'm not over sanitizing because we need germs. I'm just living the way I think God wanted us to live. Yes, there's a virus, but we all know the rates. And I think most of us know by now that we were supposed to flatten the curve in March, and it's October. And I just think definitely more is going on. And I did a video about that. So I'm not going to go into that. But so yesterday, I live in West Virginia, and Virginia is very, everyone's masking up, right? So it's very, very different than where I live. And it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. It's an hour away. But I really wanted to, for my well-being, I was off, and it was a gorgeous day, and I wanted to get out of town. So I drove to Virginia. I left my music off for about half the drive and just self-reflected. And I'll do that while I'm falling asleep at night. I'll think about things that in my life that bring me a lot of happiness, and then I'll think about things that don't, and then a certain day that was just like an amazing day, and then I'm like, what made it amazing? And then I'll take note of that in my head. So I need quiet when I'm thinking. And then, so I just did that yesterday and enjoyed the fall foliage, enjoyed the everything about it, the sunshine, the quiet time. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm in such a great mood. I had a little like, I ordered a silk mask because I heard I break out like all through here. And I was like, I read that the silk masks are really comfortable if you have to wear one, like for a job or something, which I do. So, and I only have to wear it like walking in, and then just keep your distance. So anyway, I was like, I'll order one. So it actually comes today, but I didn't have one. So my son had given me his like a little blue one that everyone wears. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going, because I wanted to go to my TJ Maxx. I miss my stores. I miss my time with myself, picking out my favorite things. Hadn't been to the mall since March. I don't think. No, haven't been to the mall since March. So I was like, I'm going to go. Like, I'm just going to go. And I was have you ever been so high on life that you just are like, I got this. Like, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to wear a mask. I'm going to wear a mask, and I'm going to get along with people, and I'm not going to be confrontational today because I don't want anything to bring me down today. And that was my intention. So I get over there and had got a coffee to go, and I got some fast food. I love Burger King once in a while, so I got like one of those. I get like the croissant wish, like the breakfast ones. I don't put that weird cheese on it. And I had a coffee, and it was amazing. And I just treated myself, you know, and I was better for it. I drove there, got there, and went to all of my favorite stores, went to the mall first, donated. Actually, the whole reason I went was like I had to donate all these clothes that Braxton grew out of, and just a couple other things. Bunch of hangers, bunch of stuff, and bags, you name it. And so donated, and then went on my merry way. And I kind of just went with it because I was like, I'll donate in this town, and then if I want to, I'll go on into Virginia. If I don't, I won't. I'll just see how I feel. And I felt like it. So yesterday was an amazing day. Like, the entire day was amazing. And so today when I woke up, I was just thinking about everything that made yesterday great. And I got up, I did my daily, like, tidy in my house. I did my devotional. I did not do my phone. I might share memories, and then I get off. And then what else did I do? Oh, I did my happy body workout and a couple toning exercises. And then headed out. Talked to my dog, fed my dog, all that, and all his kittens. He now has 3 kittens, a teenage kitten, and a mama kitten, and 2 papa kittens. And those, Sam loves all of them, and they all sleep together on a big blanket. So cute. So basically, I put my mask on, and I just wanted to be friends with everybody. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to be nice. I wanted to do something unexpectedly kind for somebody if I could. I've been telling the boys that. I'm like, when you go to school, I was like, just do something unexpectedly kind for somebody today. And I read it somewhere, I can't even remember now, or heard it on a podcast, and it resonated with me. And I had such a good time. I didn't spend a lot of money. I don't like to. And I got everything I needed and more. And TJ Maxx, the mall. Where else did I go? Had to get gas. I think that's it. That's it. It's only 2 places I went. But I did go to a couple stores in the mall, and I found a couple things for work to work in. And I got an idea because all my boys grew out of all their jeans. So I got an idea of what stores to go to with like a couple $100s and buy them jeans that fit. So it was fun. It was a good use of my time. It uplifted me. It completely renewed me. Like, I felt like when I was leaving there, it was perfect timing to get home in time for the bus. And I just felt good. I felt super healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically. I just felt great. Talked to people. People were so nice. Oh, I went to Bath and Body too. People were so nice to me. And I think it was just that I felt happy inside, and I felt glowing. Like, I literally was just, if they asked me, do you need any help? If it had been a bad day, I'd been like, no, I'm good. Thank you. Got this, or walked in and they're like, do you have a mask? And I'd be like, I don't wear a mask. I'm medically exempt. I can't breathe. I have asthma. So basically that has been my go-to. And I have gone to Virginia a couple times, and I went to Target, and Brock's was like, Mommy, the lady's trying to talk to you. And I'm like, yeah, I think I know what she wants. He's like, you just walked right by her. I was like, actually, I didn't hear her, but he's like, she was trying to hand you a mask. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't wear a mask. And there was a couple people in there without one. But I just, I've heard a couple things recently where it's not always about being right in your own eyes. And yes, sticking to your principles for sure. And I'm not saying that I'm just going to be slapping a mask on my face, because I'm not. But yesterday, I wanted to respect every store I went into. I wanted to respect, just their guidelines and their regulations. And I wanted to just talk to people. And I'm introverted, but I miss the normalcy, the socialization aspect. And I just was feeling it. And I know you all know what I mean. I know we've all had days like that. And so I really just wanted to share that with you, because that was part of what I did to stay positive. And I'll always look back, and it was nothing crazy. It was nothing spectacular, but it was a day that was a good memory. It's going to be a good memory for me. And I remember certain thoughts that were not my normal thoughts that sort of catapulted me into a extraordinary day versus a mediocre, I'm just getting through the day, like, I'm so busy. That's not my mentality anymore. Like, I don't like when I ask somebody, how have you been? And they're like, oh my gosh, I am so busy. I can't even think straight. I don't know what to do with myself. Like, I don't have time to do anything. I'm just so stressed out, blah, blah, blah. Then automatically they pass that energy onto you, and you're just like, whew. And then you're kind of relieved when you walk away, because it's like they suck the energy out of you with all their, just so crazy. And that's how, it's like a rat race that most of us live in. And I refuse to live in that rat race. Not that I'm not going to have like my busy days, of course I'm going to, and I'm going to feel like that. But my whole like lifestyle and pattern is not, my goal is not to be busy. It's not to be busy all the time. And eating well is part of that. For me, eating well does not mean going out buying a ton of expensive organic food. Not anymore. It used to be, because I didn't know what I know now. But I know lots of people that are on a budget, very low income, and have managed to lose tons of weight and get in shape through very simple, anyone can do it kind of approaches. And that works with my mentality. That works with my brain. With three boys, a husband, a crazy busy, like, athletic schedule for them. They are very busy. They have school all day, then they go hours for practice, and then games on certain days. And it's all the sports mamas know what I'm talking about. So it's kind of funny, but like, for me, it's not about eating organic and expensive and, posh and all this stuff. It's more about finding just that. And I did this a long time ago, just finding that list of foods that I can go to the grocery store every single time, and I know where to get my best. I get my eggs off my sister. She has chickens right at her house, and they're amazing. Let me show you real quick. So I get these once a week from her, and they're amazing. And I eat so many eggs. And my husband's on the ketogenic diet. I'm very low carb, but kind of keto. So when he tends to do it, I tend to do it with him. I feel better on ketogenic. If you don't know, it's just like very low carb, and you don't avoid like the yolk of the egg. You get the full fat cottage cheese. You avoid things like the white flour, the sugars, the starches, the potatoes, the white bread, stuff like that, and so for me, I just made a list of foods that I love to cook, that I don't have to be in the kitchen for long periods of time. I have just a low carb protein shake I drink every morning now. So I don't have to cook until I'm hungry, and then I just go by my body. So for me, I don't like to count calories. I don't like to meal prep. I don't like that. I don't like that. Life is complicated enough, and it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me in my brain. Like, it makes me like, this is not for me. So, and everyone's different. So like, if you love to weigh your food, if you love to weigh yourself every day, if you love to do an hour solid of exercise every day, and that works for you, that's your thing. That's makes your day better. It builds you up, and it keeps you motivated, keeps you going. So for me, to keep things just very, very simple. In fact, last week it was like a rainy week, and I went through legit my entire house and went through every single drawer, every single cabinet. And I do this every season change. And I literally got rid of every extra paper, every extra outfit that did not fit anyone, clothing, makeup, hair products, food products, every cabinet in all my cabinets, pens that didn't work. And I got rid of everything. And it went to the dumpster, or it went to donation. So that was felt very good to me. It relieved a lot of things that were like stress. It was like looming, and you can't put your finger on it. So for me, that really helps. And then I was having trouble sleeping, because it was like, sometimes I was drinking caffeine later in the evening, because I do drink coffee. Around 4 o'clock, I'm a morning person. I get up early, and I was starting to kind of feel more lethargic. So I would drink caffeine. And, so it was starting to affect my sleep. And hormonally, as you get older, I think a lot of us, it affects our sleep more than when it did when I was younger. And, or maybe it's just like I over consumed it. I don't know. So basically, I just started taking a gummy that, it's called Sleep, and it's, by Ollie. I love the Ollie vitamins. They're my favorite. Walmart started carrying them. Target has them too. So I just take that at night, before bed, and it's got, melatonin in it. It's got L-theanine and botanicals, and it literally just helps me to fall asleep quicker and not overthink life and all of that. So it's just very nice. My sister takes a tea, like a sleep tea. She does that. So, but she stays up late. So we have totally different sleep schedules. And then we talked about exercise. So for me, I like the simplicity of the happy body. I know exactly what I'm doing every single day. Turn on nice Thai meditation or guitar with no words music and play it on low, light my candles. The other day, my husband was still home. He's like, what are you doing? The lights are all off out there. And he was still in bed. And I'm like, I'm doing my workout. And I had a candle, and I had made my coffee so I could smell it. And it was just like, he doesn't know because he's usually not here, but that's what I do. And I still have my pajamas on. So, but just practicing a daily schedule. So even for you, yours might look totally different than mine, but taking the time, and it could be half hour, it could be an hour, it could be a couple hours, where you sit with yourself, and you can have paper, or you can put it in your phone, or whatever you want to do, or just keep it up mental. But, and you just take note of things that, think of the best day that you had recently or in the past, that just, you can't quit thinking about that day. Like, that day was awesome. And it could be, like I said, mine wasn't anything spectacular. And then think about what made that day great. and then try to emulate that for the most part. I mean, stuff happens. My engine blew up in my vehicle, and that was expensive. And I mean, we have really rotten days. But then think about those days that were just superb. And then think about what made them great and apply those different things into your daily habits, your routine. And I like a routine. I like simple cooking. I like a lot of times just a one bowl. You guys know this bowl if you follow me for a while. I put a lot of my stuff just in one portioned bowl, and a lot of it's, you know, just eggs and bacon and avocado. I eat so many avocados. They're so good for your health. I drink kombucha as well. It's good for your microbiome, your gut. And it helped my acne too. So, and then I just like, because some of you were asking me some of my favorite things. I kind of quit eating very high carb things, like, not that I won't at Thanksgiving. Oh, carb load, man. I'm going to eat pumpkin pie. But for the most part, like all through the week, I will have, it just depends, but I'll have, like, we have pork chops now. Last week we had fish. I love shrimp. I love seafood. I'll have just basic salads with chicken. What else do I like? I like snacking on, like, pork rinds. I like snacking on cheese. I just bought a block of blue cheese. I like that my cheeses the boys hate, so they don't get into my cheese. I believe in Kerrygold butter. I eat a lot of butter. Not a lot, but like when I make my scrambled eggs, I usually have 3, and I'll put like, you know, a pat of butter in there. And I eat, but when you eat like that, it feeds your brain, and you're not eating all the sugar, all the carbs. And I just feel better personally, and it cleared my skin up, because right now, I would be breaking out. Hormonally, I would be breaking out, and I'm not. Like, I'm actually not. So, that's another big reason I eat the way I do, is because otherwise, any kind of sugar, like, I like dark chocolate, but any kind of like regular chocolate, ice creams, things like that, anything with sugar, even artificial sugars can break me out. I use monk fruit sweetener in my tea. And if I want like a homemade hot chocolate, which I made last night, I put that in there too. It's like my favorite sweetener. It is a lot stronger, like 300 times stronger than regular sugar. So you don't need much, of course. And I have it just once, like in one drink a day. So I don't like always use it. And I make fat bombs. I love fat bombs. Use coconut oil, use peanut butter, use almond butter. You use a little vanilla. You can use oats if you want. And then cocoa powder, stuff like that. And then it solidifies in the freezer. And it's amazing. And they're great for like with coffee, or if like you're heading out the door and you just want to pop something in your mouth to give you sustained energy. So yeah, that's about it. I'm going to cut this off. And then I'm going to make a short workout video probably next week. So I'm going to just do one a week, and this has been long enough. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed weekend. I hope that you're well overall, and please keep the ideas rolling for me personally. It can be a tiny topic, or it can be a huge topic, whatever you really honestly would like me to talk about. And then I have a whole week to apply, like do my own research with it. If I don't know much about it, I will find out. And if you want fun videos, anything, let me know, and I'll do them. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.